Grinders, it's your boy Poker back on the grind, back on the bankroll challenge, the 100K from Canada, Ontario here, where you can only play Ontario players. I want to share a couple things with you guys here. Here on GG Poker, on June 25th, there's a $100,000 prize pool mystery bounty. They have a bounty of, I saw it, it's like, where do I look at this? I know it's like a $10,000 bounty. Where do I find it to show you guys? Well, it's $50,000 in total bounties, overlay of $78,000 right now. But there is a bounty. I just don't know how to show you guys this. Um, Anyways, why I wanted to show you this is it's kind of cool. You have to make day 2 to enter this tournament. But what happens is you're allowed to enter this as many times as you want. And every time you qualify, they add your chips. So we right now have 165 big blinds waiting for this tournament to get going. And if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, some people are on day 2 with under 10 big blinds. Which any of these people could have a $10,000 bounty over their head. So I still have another week to before this tournament starts. So I could qualify a few more times and get more big blinds. So we might enter this tournament over 200 big blinds, and some of these bounties like could get crazy. And then even if we don't get a bounty, this prize pool is going to have $50,000 remaining in the overall prize pool for a $10 buy-in. It's pretty juicy. So I want to share you guys with that. I am down on GG Poker from last time you guys saw us, but I want to tell you I took $600 out of this account. We were over 12,000, but I took out 600 and I'll close it because Pokerstars Ontario had a deposit bonus of if you put in $600, they give you 600. So even though we have a lot of money in our account, I told you when this challenge started, we'll do whatever it takes to get to 100 grand. So I didn't break my bankroll challenge of taking my own money. I took it out of GG that we built up at a profit, and I put it back into Pokerstars. But what I want to share with you guys today is something I was debating of sharing this with you guys, but I'm going to do it. This is going to be ICM max pressure on a final table. You're going to see me run good here. I definitely ran good, but I'm going to show you how you could put on max pressure against players on spots depending on chip stacks and ICM. So ICM is called independent chip module, and what it is in these tournaments is every time someone gets out, you ladder up, you get paid more. So because of these chip stacks, and right here is actually an error. I looked at this a second ago when I was trying to find out where I wanted to show you. I actually should have probably just jammed this, and it looks totally crazy, but I've been looking at ICM spots, and you'll see that this hand before, if it wasn't a final table here, I wouldn't be jamming ace-3 into this spot. But I did jam there just based on the players I was playing. That is a big part of it, and also over here this guy's down to 12 big blinds, so I could put a lot of pressure on these guys. They don't want to lose because they want to ladder up. So once you start learning these ladder up spots and noticing the table is really trying to ladder up, you can add a lot of max pressure. So this 8-7 suited here, I literally would not be mad if I would have just jammed it there, because also if I do lose, let's say this guy calls for 18 big blinds and I lose, I'm back in the middle of the pack, and with this table, I was totally confident that I felt good if we lost a flip, lost an all in. It wasn't going to totally cripple us. I can fight back and have a decent chance. I felt like the skill edge was in my favor, so I didn't mind taking max variance risks. So like I said, you're going to see me run pretty darn hot here, which it sucks that this is a $50 buy-in. We won a 100. This is a new series called the Summer Stacks series. We won a $100 one the night before for like $2,000. If you follow me on Twitter, I'm starting to post more wins there. So Bobby Winger on Twitter, I've been showing a bit more of just like during the week when I don't do videos, just some wins here and there. And on the daily 500, I've had some really bad beats on the bubbles of the 500s. Back-to-back nights losing with pocket kings on the bubble of the money. So some bad equity spots there. But anyways, let's get back to the ICM here. I'm not going to show you every single hand because it's going to take a little bit, and I don't have too long. I'm going to the movies with my son. But you're going to see here, based on stacks, me just putting max pressure here. Here's queen. I'll show you this hand. It was pretty standard. I had top pair, and he was playing aggressive. I do a small C bet, or a small bet. He leads out all in. Easy call. So unfortunate for that guy. He had open end. I like his. I don't mind his play. You know, I've been playing overly aggressive. He's doing a semi bluff. You definitely want to check raise on your draws a lot of the time. And this 4-8 suited, guys, this is one of those spots. Look at this, all in here. So for you guys who don't know ICM, this looks pretty crazy. Sorry, I did this. I don't know how to pause and show you all this, but look at these chips. 17 big blinds. This guy's at 12 though. And this guy's only at 9. This guy's second place. This is the guy who could put all the leverage on. Max leverage is against that guy. He's trying to get these guys to get out of the tournament, and you'll just see me here putting on a clinic of playing ultra fast and ICM pressure. To some of you guys, it might think it's crazy donkey-ish, and maybe it is, but this is what I know to be what's been working, and I don't often show some of these results, but I figured why not give you guys a glimpse of sometimes perception of someone just running good all the time, or are they doing stuff that maybe you're not doing. This video is 5 minutes, and I have one more couple of minute video. So here's another spot here. I'm assuming if they all fold here, I would jam every time. So this is the difference between skill levels. Some of you guys watching this video are like, yeah, no brainer, and other people just don't know this. So here's a spot, guys. Now, this is where you can't be results orientated. He woke up with pocket jack. Should I be mad that I jammed that? No, I'm not mad. It doesn't matter if he has aces. It doesn't matter if we lose his hand. It matters that I make the right play based on ICM. Should I be jamming this? I believe it's the right play. And we get very fortunate. But when you're running crazy aggressive, sometimes it works on your benefit. Now we have 70 big blinds, and this guy in second place has 17. So we could put max pressure on him because he's trying to ladder up. But also, this guy who is blinding out, he doesn't want to lose the tournament either. So it's like it's not like you can't just avoid him. He is going to call wider, and we can get very lucky if we hit. So I didn't win all my all-ins, but I'm still happy with my shove there. Now look at this. I said rigged. We're just open jamming. Now, versus certain players, I wouldn't be just taking these lines, but it still is a demonstration of how to put max pressure on a final table. Okay. This also, just so you can see the time, guys, this is at 12:50 at night. I could hardly even open my eyes at this point. I was so tired. These guys who get to sleep all day when we're working and then they get a grind at night, they have no idea the advantage they have when it gets to like 11, 12 o'clock at night. My quality of play, it drops heavily. I'm aware of it. But when you're multitasking with a career, with a family, and then poker, there's only so many hours in the day and you get tired. A lot of grinders don't wake up till like 12 o'clock, and most of us have been up for many hours at that point. Computer's a little blurry there, but we had a massive chip lead. There's the payouts. So here's a spot. I would imagine if he folds, I'm jamming. Not positive though. And look how fast I'm doing it. Just no thinking. It almost looks like a bot, and I've been accused, especially my spinning goes. A lot of players think I'm a bot when I play spins because I'll play ultra fast. But hotkeys is a beautiful thing. You use your keyboard, set them up for what you like, and one button does your action for you. So you want to jam wide, but you don't want to call too wide. You're totally different there. Seeing me jam with certain hands does not mean I'm going to be calling these all-ins. I actually remember this board. I felt complete weakness, but sometimes you got to understand game flow. So this is not a type of board if someone's strong they want to give you free cards. I thought of just jamming this river. I legit did, thinking he can't call me. At 10 is not going to call or jam there. And I just figured he's not going to have too many 8s there. But part of being ultra aggressive, it does lose your credibility. And also this type of range for the skilled players, when I've been raising every single hand and going all in, how often am I going to hit this board with ace jack king there? So knowing these things of ranges and how you've been playing, all these things factor into your decisions of when to do timely aggression and when to slow it down a little bit. Okay, there's only 47 seconds left in this video, and I'm going to show you part 2 real quick. I don't have over a lot of time here, so I'm hoping this goes a little faster. Do we get one more all in? Oh, we get pocket aces. Good thing I didn't miss this. So I could have just jammed it there, but with aces, you definitely want to try to get some action. Unfortunately, we do not. I think this was the end of the video. Oh, wow, we're getting some hands here. So don't forget, I have hands here, but I'm putting pressure on this guy right here. Look at that. Eat it. Now, you could, with a hand that strong, you could go for inducing a bit of action, but I was having a good time. These were two good guys. We were talking a little bit. They were two really good guys. I know Jolly plays there. These guys also play higher stakes. Oh, I should have probably did this for you guys. I apologize. And I don't edit my videos. Here's an easy all-in for us. 9 jack to get heads up. Does he call? He does not. So you got to ask yourself when you're watching this. It's easier when you're just watching. Are you doing these plays? Are you putting max pressure? Are you going all in? Why is one? Why are so many top regs consistently winning? And some people keep blaming it on variance or be open-minded. Now this is a wide call. I happen to be ahead there looking at that, and to be totally honest, it might not even be a call looking at this now that I'm awake and alert. Yeah, it's so close, blind versus blind, but he's not going to be punting based on our whole ICM talk earlier, right? So if he wants to ladder up, his jamming range into the chip leader is supposed to be super strong here because of this guy. I did call, but I'm really curious. Against certain players, I wouldn't see myself calling this, but this is very borderline. Also, I know if I lose this, I'm still doing okay. And I have a chance to get heads up with a massive chip lead, but I don't know. He's going to have so much ace X's in his range there. But also, one thing you got to factor is the top of the range doesn't jam, right? He's not jamming pocket aces, pocket kings, pocket queens. They want action. They're most of the time not going to jam that. So we do lose an all in there. I didn't even remember that. But just because we lost an all in, guys, look at this. Very next hand. I lost an all in. Who's still putting ICM? Who's raising? Who's putting pressure? That's what's up. And how powerful is this raise going 7 when this guy's down to 7 big blinds? Aggressive poker. Now I did slow it down here by not just jamming 30 bigs into him. I didn't. This is where now I'm risking too much. If I lose that, then I'm completely crippled. So I'm still raising, still putting on the action, but the stacks have changed my how much pressure I can put on. So I'm still putting on pressure, but it's like held back a little bit. And now this guy's getting a little bit bigger himself at 15 bigs. But I remember it didn't take us too long to start getting this chip lead back. And you'll see I just started stealing some pots that from position and ranges and stuff that I took advantage of. So this is the difference. If he was under 20 big blinds, maybe I just open jam that. Here is very border. I hope I folded, but I think I called. This is when you're tired, so that would be a fold. But guys, I'm telling you, at 1 o'clock at night, for this old dog, I just was so tired. But looking at that is a fold all day to Sunday. But also, I shouldn't blame this on this. This is a smaller buy-in. It's a $50 buy-in. Sometimes I don't take them as serious as the bigger ones, and that's definitely a leak. But I'm just being totally transparent. Okay, I just gotta wrap this video up, guys. 9 minutes. So this type of board is going to hit my range more than his. So I led out there and we took it down. Okay, I'm going to try to skip a hand or two. Not this one. So here I easily should have been 3-betting that, guys. But we're all kind of even in stacks. But I wouldn't be mad at a 3-bet. A6 doesn't do well post-flop. So a 3-bet is probably more optimal. But this is also a bit of the thought in my head at these times. I don't know if it's the right thought that, you know, how much are they gonna start fighting back when I've just been so aggressive, so many 3-bets. But I'm pretty sure I should have just 3-betted this. But now I really could have hammered this ace. We did a blocker bet. That 8, if that wasn't a jack of spades here, I'm pretty sure he would have saw me do an overbet to try to get him off a chop. Because I don't think he's checking an 8 with a double flush board on that turn. And like learning these spots where the mass pool is like overly playing a certain line the same way, the overall player pool is just, they're not going to slow play a board like that on a final table. With ladder jumps and all that. It's not the time where people are going to just like get really, really fancy. And just knowing those little things like that, then you could put on max pressure. But that jack of spades was definitely, if I had a backdoor flush draw on that board, I'm checking that. And he definitely could have got there. And there's a chance he had pocket jacks the way that hand played out. So I did a blocker bet, but it's not a spot where people are going to over bluff. So if he would have came over top of me, I'm pretty confident I would have folded in that spot. Now, against players that I really, really think are good and respect, knowing they're going to put on a max pressure, these are the leveling wars. Cooler for that guy, GG, definitely a solid player. But that's the leveling wars when you know people are doing things that you know they're capable of. Then you make these wider loose calls because it's actually out of respect. Like you know they have that game in them. So then it makes you have this leveling war with them. Here we check down pocket twos, and we saved some money there by not doing this. So we have a 3-1 chip lead heads up. I think we played really fast, and I don't think it went too long. And like I said, these were two really good players, nice people. But I do remember we were playing good plus running good. It's a good, dangerous combination to be in. So this isn't the best board to c-bet at all, but we decided to take a stab at it because I really don't have any backdoor anything, any scare card, no showdown value. So you will get check raised a lot on these boards, especially when you play the higher stakes. Like if you're playing the 500 there, if they have any diamond in a draw, 2 overcards, anything like that, a lot of combinations there, any pair, you're going to get check raised heavily. But this is knowing the stakes you're playing and adjusting to the stakes you're playing. So this is four more minutes. So as you can see, we're hitting cards, but we're also stealing pots where we had no business stealing. Okay, blinds are going up. He's under 15 big blinds now. So a bit more limps because if you're just racing a little too wide, they can come over top of you. Once again, a board that is pretty scary for him. And I can barrel a lot of turns here. So he did a check raise there. Definitely solid. A lot of people don't check raise enough on ace X boards. When you know the raiser is going to be heavily betting ace X boards, if you have a draw, a combo draw, and all that, definitely lean toward more check raising on those type of boards because the ace high flops are just, they're heavily betted, right? People are betting them almost at 100% clip. So if you know someone's c betting something 100%, then you know, you can check raise them quite often and punish them for that. Okay, he's down to 12 big blinds. All in. Yeah, it's like a Nash chart. That's probably a fine shove. You know, this is also like I keep saying I was tired. With this skill edge and the chip lead, I don't need to take a line like that. Like, is it okay? Yes. Like a GTO thing would say, like that's a fine play, but I also think risk and reward. Um, the risk there probably isn't worth it. Now, if I was playing someone that, let's say I was playing someone that I thought was way better than me, then I have to take those little EV spots and I have to do plays like that. But if you think you're in a commanding control and can navigate, you know, a little easier lines, I think it's totally fine to take just less variance approaches. And I do that in my spin and goes. That's how I really dominated spins for a while, is punishing inexperienced players, but even by way of not being overly aggressive. And then the good regs of finding these little spots where you have to be making these plays, and if you don't, they're just going to punish you for it. Once again here, so I easily could have shoved that, um, but I chose not to. Get punished for the limp. These are the hands that you'd love to know if you jammed what they call, right? Now, what I might do in the near future, I'm not good at, I've never edited and I don't have tools. I would love to show you guys a final table, but hide my cards the entire, every hand until the end of the hand. And you guys, you know, it looks easy when you're seeing someone's cards, but after the fact, you know, trying to guess what I have and would you have bet the same lines and what range am I representing and all these things. I would like to do a whole table like that, but I kind of don't really know how to do it. But so if I covered my hand, you wouldn't see my, I don't know how you would still see my chips in play, so I'd have to figure it out. Okay, we're getting close to the end here. Here's a cooler there. I thought he had value there, so I could have put him all in, but I really wanted to just you know, take a leg under him. So he called us there with the 9. Here we go, all in. And guys, we hit a jack. So get lucky there for an all in. We take our win, the second win of that. But as you can see, that was a very good demonstration of putting on tons of ICM max pressure on a final table. So I'm going to wrap that video up, guys. The bankroll is down from our 75,000. Like I said, I've been running bad on the high rollers. We're a couple thousand off. I have some chest build up though. I didn't do the exact math, but I think we're around 73,000. With running bad, I'm pretty happy that we're able to be that. And I've been, you know, taking a lot of shots, and we have that mystery bounty coming up in some good spots here. So I thought that was a cool little video, guys, to show you a bit of how to play a final table. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.